All right, welcome everyone, and I've made Kara, I've made you co-host. It's so great to see everyone here. I think, yeah, all right, everyone's in. I am just going to follow the tradition of Anna Marie, and let's just check in. I've got tuning forks. Okay. And everyone can just check in with maybe 3 or 4 words as to how they're feeling right now. And once we've done that, then Kara, I know there's lots that you'd also like to share, so that's fine. Okay, go ahead, whoever wants to start.
I'll start then. Juliet in County Cork, and it's a sunny, beautiful day, and so happy to be here with you all. Thank you. And happy birthday, Annalise.
Thank you, Juliet. I will go. My name is Annelies. I'm living in Vreeland, where there's a cloudy and sunny day, and it reflects my being, I suppose. It's sometimes I wonder why I still celebrate my day of birth, but my day of rebirth, I'm looking forward to. So I'm happy to be with you and entering with you in the light. Yes.
Hi, good morning. Ellen van Dongen at 25 kilometers from Annelies in the Netherlands. Happy birthday, Annelies. And a couple of things happened over the last days that made me come into a deep feeling of softness.
Hello everyone, I'm Sabine, I live in Cologne, and happy birthday my dear friend. And here it's very sunny, beautiful weather, and I want to say for a birthday, I think it's a very precious day because it's the day you chose to bring your soul onto this beautiful planet and share your wisdom and love. So I wish you that today. Love you.
Hello, I'm West Robert calling from Uganda. It's sunny and the weather is very cool. So I'm happy to join you here. I'm hoping to hear from you all. Thank you.
I'm Lisa from Krakow in Poland, and happy birthday, Annelies, and I'm happy to be with you all. Thank you.
And I'm Brian, also from Krakow, in different rooms of our apartment. And very exciting, many things are bubbling to the surface, but still World Unity Week is uncertainty.
I'm Iris from Austria, Vienna, and I'm very joyful because I just, in the last days, I somehow experienced how the universe perfectly unfolds and life is doing its thing, regardless what we want to push and change, and the outcome is perfect. So I'm just in awe and be very happy to be here with you.
I feel like I have to follow that up because that reminder was so exactly what I needed right now. I'm Cami from Greece, and thank you, Iris, for that confirmation. I'm not feeling it in this instant. I'm a little bit stressed right now, so thank you. Oh, and I'm from Greece. Did I say that? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Petra. I live in France on the West Coast. And it's actually not bad today. We're looking out the window. We have a few clouds, pretty windy, but sunny. So beautiful start to the day. And I'm also really, really happy to be here today and joining you and listening to what's happening and what is happening also for the events coming up. And happy birthday, Annelies. And I agree with Sabine, this wonderful day where you have chosen to come to this planet is, I think, very special and celebratory. So yeah, I'm wishing everyone a really good energy today and healing if you need it, and very glad to be here.
I'm Cara calling in from Tivier, France, and I'm feeling kind of nervous and excited as World Unity Week is really, and the energy is really congealing now. And I was in a meeting with David Gershon yesterday talking about the flame ceremony that we can bring to the opening, and so the ceremony piece is really alive for me this year. It feels special. It's very exciting. So, and nervous because it's like stepping up. Yeah. Bless.
And I'm Hasina from Newcastle, South Africa. And I'm just feeling in a space where there's anticipation and holding space for everyone. Cara, Juliet, Petra, Brian, Ellen, Iris, Lisa, Annalise, Sabina, Kamala, Robert, Suzanne, and just want to say, Kamala, I'm holding special space for you, just, energy for you, and happy birthday, Annalise. May you have a year that's really bold and bright and beautiful and blessed. And I'm going to give the floor to Cara with whatever you want to share. I just thought after we share whoever's declaring something for the 99 days of peace, then we could all just go around with our declarations. But I think it would be awesome if you share.
I just want to check in. Suzanne, did you check in? I just felt you might have not yet. Yeah,
Suzanne
go ahead.
hasn't.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Peacemakers. Happy birthday, Annelies. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful birthday today. I wish you all the best from my heart to your heart, and it's nice. It's lovely to meet you, and thank you for your sharing on the WhatsApp about the women in Netherlands. It's very interesting to know that because it's similar what I'm doing, what I'm planning to do. And in Israel, I don't have any news, neither from His Holiness the Dalai Lama nor from the regular from this peace movement in Jerusalem, Palestine. I feel very excited to be here for the first time, being in a Unity Week for the first time, doing that kind of co-work, co-partnering for the first time. It fills my heart and it rejoices my soul. So it's amazing, and I still have this jewel in my heart from the new moon ceremony of the timekeeper, that Jose Munoz. I'm not sure how you feel, but something really changed in my life since that ceremony. And I'm looking forward to co-partner, co-work, and listen what you're doing during the Unity Week, later on, and years to come. I don't know how long you stay around here. And yeah, that's it, what I can share.
I totally apologize, Suzanne. I feel like I've been talking to you on WhatsApp and I forgot. I totally didn't see that you didn't check in. I really apologize.
Granted, no problem.
And maybe I need to correct a little thing because my friend, I'm called Annelies, and there's also my friend from the Netherlands, Amélie, and she hadn't showed up yet in this group, but she's working with the core and the thousands of voices. So, but you will connect, I'm sure.
Sorry.
No. Just making things as they are. So, okay.
Actually, I also had birthday on the 15th May. So we're in the same month here.
And I'm in a few days as well. So we're on a Gemini rush.
Wow, very cool.
If it is.
Mine was 2 days ago. Gemini.
Wow.
I didn't say that. Why didn't you mention that? It would be a good occasion to congratulate you. Maybe next time.
So I have a few things I can share just about what's developing from the World Unity Week organizational side of things, and then we can talk. Then we can each share what's arising for us that we feel we might be ready to submit the participation form for, or the mission even, and just to make sure we know the hows and whys of it, and are also like energized and supported together to do those things. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Oh, no, not that. What? Wrong one. This one. Copy. Yes. Okay. So this is for viewing pleasure of our closer friends. So this is the Trello board for room 1. It's the behind the scenes organizing board, but just want to give you a sneak peek just to be able to get into the feeling of the week coming up. So starts here with the New Earth Rising, June 17th, and there's this opening ceremony at 5 p.m. EDT, so it's a little late for us, but kind of worth staying up for because it gets that energy really flowing. And here's where Becky and we'll be designing a ceremony of bringing the light, bringing the frequencies, and bringing our commitments into the field for the 99 days as well. So we're sort of seeding that today even, so that's beautiful. And then there'll be a frequency meditation with David Gershon. And so that's the day is called New Earth Rising. And then the second day is the theme is empowerment. The third day is oneness, unity, cooperation, abundance, love, faith. So faith that peace on earth is possible, that we can find this tipping point in raising consciousness, so we can make a difference through our actions that seem disparate and disconnected, but because we're getting really connected in the energetic realms, that just the faith that that's making a difference, and that we each do our part, and we're part of this bigger organism together. But it means we have to come into coherence together for that to actually really be working. And so you'll notice, so there's many events in room 1, but these ones that say plenary event, that's the one where everyone's really invited to all come together at the same time. So that's at 11 a.m. EDT each day. So that's 5 p.m. for us, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the Paris time zone, and just from there. And then again in the evening, which would be a little bit late for us, 7 p.m. EDT. And then so those are the times when we're invited not to have any other presentations going on in any other room. So if you're doing your presentation, or your host or your stewarding presentations, don't put them at 11 a.m. EDT. And all the times are in EDT, just so that we have one, so we don't get confused when we're communicating. And everyone just has to go from there. Yeah, so we can see you can start to see the people coming. Jean Houston and Annalise are there. Audrey Kudagawa, people from India, and people from the Evolutionary Leaders. So just kind of shaping up there. Danalee is back with some of her Nature Connect stuff. There's Kristen later in the week. June Caravan, those kinds of things. So you can look at that and see which ones you're interested. And I would also recommend these coherence pulses. So every day we're getting together at the same time, and we're tuning into each frequency together. And so that's more kind of, lots of people come, there's beautiful music. Last year, Gary Malkin did a lot of nice piano work, and it was a really nice space that to keep sort of check in on the energetic level each day. So that's at 3 EDT. Okay, great. So I'll stop by sharing there. One more thing. Also, if you're a steward, they're starting to make now the Trello boards. So this is, for example, is the Global Fire and Ceremony Room Trello board. So along the top are each day is the themes, and then the plenaries are there as placeholders to remind you not to schedule other things on that time. And then you can put your events in here. So what happens is, if your room is open, a card will appear here. So one, living all life free. So that means someone wanted to do a presentation, and either they requested to be in this room, or the organizers placed it in this room thinking it might work. So now I can pull this card over and put it in. Okay, I emailed this person, and we firmed up that Wednesday in the mornings when it's going to happen, so that I put it there, and then I put the details in. And so if you're a steward, you'll learn how to do this with John and Becky on the I think they're mostly Thursday calls, but in the Mighty Networks you can see when all those training calls are, and it'll ping you when they start, which is nice about Mighty Networks. And so you can see here Juliet and Hasina and us, we thought about that Healing for Rising room, and the organizers suggested that we could, since we needed a Zoom room, they suggested we could use the Global and Fire Ceremony Zoom room. So I thought we could make a card that represents the offerings that are Healing for Rising within this room. So it's like a theme within the room, and that we could go at the same time each day, from maybe the Sunday to Thursday, something like that. So I just wanted, I'm still going to ask permission. We sort of thought of this idea, but we didn't really ask Adriana and Brother Phil yet of how they feel about that here with us. So that's the next step, is to confirm that. And then I assume they'll probably say yes, because I think their stuff will be later and our stuff will be earlier. So I think it'll work just fine. And it's ceremonial, and we're just adding the global element. This has been a more indigenous themed room before, but details. So we'll work. So that's being a room steward. That's what that looks like. And then if you fill in the participation form, your room steward his job is to contact you and place your card, and then you give a picture for your event, so that there's a picture, and then the room steward puts on here when it's ready to be published, that all that information will get published to the website with the picture. So that's why it's important to have the picture with it. So then on the World Unity website, all the events will come up, what's happening now, what's happening tomorrow, all the right information so everyone can find it, find the Zoom room and everything. So this is going to be really great. It's really well organized and fun to do. Questions?
Questions, yes. I do have a question.
Cara, I'm just wanting. Oh, sorry.
Maybe like this. Yes, I'm still wondering because I'm in the Mighty Network, but do I have to go explicitly also through the portal where I again give my name and everything so that I'm recognized as a steward? Because I'm afraid that I will be doubled because I'm already in the Mighty Network. So can you give some clearance on that?
Sure. Mighty Network and Trello are different systems. So the only thing in Mighty Network, you fill in the participation form, but that's just a link. So let me just, okay, I'll answer your question first and then I'll show you. So don't worry. So they do want you to fill out for this year, because it's new this year, that's you're confirming, yes, I want to be a steward, and that you say the participation form asks you, what do you want to do a presentation or be a steward? So you check the right box, and then that tells them in the back end, oh, Annalise wants to be a steward and the room name is this, and then they create a hashtag for you on the Mighty Network. So let me show you that actually, so because that's a lot of different words and things you need to see. Okay, where did we go? Through here, and then okay. So this is how I got to the call today, because our call is on the Mighty Network today, so that's great. So look for this image, that's when our call is. Okay, so if you go to World Unity Week 2023, that's here under the 99 days, there's, you can see rooms, and so everyone who's filled in the participation form and said they want to be a room, they list them here. So now we can see what are all the rooms that are emerging. So there's a lot more than last time. There's a May Peace Prevail on Earth, New Earth Energies and Sacred Geometries, Peace on Earth, Share Wisdom Towards Unity, One Academy. And our Healing for Rising is there. We have a hashtag because we can tag things in Mighty Networks because we're a theme. So I think we'll keep our hashtag. So that all that does with the hashtag is anytime we post something in World Unity Week, in this Mighty Network space here, they'll all come together. If I click on this hashtag, anything that we tag will show up all together, so we can sort of find each other, find the messages. So here's the participation form. So right here at participate at the top, I was just in rooms and I'm in participate. So this is where you say your name and how it is what you want to do. Do you want to present, be a steward, declare a mission? And so we're invited to do this, and then that gets in the back end they do this for us, and they create a little article. I'm not sure how that works yet. Let's test with this one. No. Room one. No. Just trying to see, because they said that each
Global
one.
fire ceremony.
Okay, global fire ceremony. No. Okay, so I guess they're still doing that, but from that participation form, they're going to create a first article. And an article is just like a little post in World Unity Week, sort of like this. This is like an article. And then it'll have some information about the room description, and then you can edit that as the room steward and say, here's what's happening in our room. If you're interested in this, come and join us. Here's the timings that we're on. So it helps us to collaborate with the people in the different time zone as well as each other so this is a good place to communicate like what's happening in your room. I'll check in with John, sort of what's going on with those articles. I thought they would be here, so I just didn't check that before. Okay. And then that was events where I was just showing you, and the participants is how you can connect to other people here, and then they'll turn you into a steward here. So Juliet is a steward. So that gives you another privilege to be able to edit the posts, Juliet. And then the hub is where they write up some articles helping us learn how to do things, and some of the recordings from Becky's stuff and that sort of thing. So it goes from, so you start on the Mighty Network, and then that gets transferred in the back to Trello. Then only the stewards are working in Trello this year. And then when it's all set in Trello, then it goes back, then it goes to the World Unity website. So there's three steps. worldunityweek.org, and they'll do that. So when you hit publish on your little Trello card, it's going to get published in the schedule here, and then this will be the public facing where everyone comes to say, oh, what's on, what's what's happening now. So I don't know if there's events yet. I guess not, because and that's where yeah. So they'll be building that up to the last day, I'm sure. So those are the steps in the communication. So what other questions do you have from that?
Ricardo, can you repeat the 3 steps a little bit slower?
Yeah. So it starts with Mighty Network. That's where we are organizing ourselves, communicating with each other, filling out the participation form. And then in the background, that goes to Trello. The participation form makes cards. The cards get put in Trello. The room stewards receive the cards, communicate with the person about their event, confirm the details, put all those details in the Trello board. It just helps us organize. And then they hit it's ready. And then when it's ready, what that information of those events, it gets posted on the schedule on the World Unity Week website.
Cool, thank you so much.
Juliet has a question.
Are you ready for another question, Cara?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, just wondering, so will our room, Healing for Rising, will that disappear now and it will become part of the Global Fire Ceremony room, because that's the room we're going to use? So that one will disappear, merge into the other. Is that the idea?
Yes, I think so. I think they didn't make a Trello board yet for Healing for Rising. I'm not sure if you got a link, but that one will not use at this point if you did see a Trello board for that. But I think that hashtag we can keep, because we can still talk about what we're organizing and have a little article about Healing for Rising, even though it's in the global ceremony room. It's just a hashtag that anything that you post and add that hashtag, and they all collect together if you click on that hashtag. So it's just a way of organizing and seeing things together.
Right. So does that mean that any event we put on, it needs to be some kind of ceremony or ritual as opposed to just a normal presentation?
Yes, I think so. And if we feel like that's not what we want, we do really want a separate room, that's still open to us. We can do that. Yeah. And I'm feeling like it might be better in a few different ways as well. So, because I've got some other stuff.
What might be better?
I feel like it might be better to have our own room in some sense, because I've got other presentations that aren't ceremonies and aren't Indigenous as well. So I'm feeling like, then where do they go? So I can think of other rooms, but it would be nice to have one space. So we can talk about that maybe tomorrow or after this call or something a little deeper.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to welcome Emily. Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
Wonderful. It worked. A little late.
Yes, I like to just see you for a few minutes. I have client at 11:30, but I wouldn't like to miss a short while of connection with you all.
Well, you're already sitting next to Suzanne, who was very happy that you were coming to join because of the 1,000 Voices. So
yes.
Hi, Emily. Nice to meet you in person. I mean, at least in virtual space.
Hi, Cara.
Meetings. Nice to see you.
That 1,000 Voices really connects as well, because in the conversation with Peter, with David Gershon last night, he was saying the Hopis have called in 1,000 years of peace, and this flame that we're igniting with the Hollow movement and the 99 days of peace is the flame of 1,000 years of peace. And we want to get 1,000 like ambassadors creating these pose zones around the world, and it's 1,000 voices that can change the society, sort of, that are these inflection points. So that 1,000, it comes again. So that's the synchronicity. So let's connect about that and see what you mean by that.
Well, the husband of the woman who got this inspiration is now creating 1,000 men singing for peace.
Okay.
And then next step after is to sing all of us. So they assume to get 5,000 people singing. So it's a sort of increasing wave.
Good. How soon do you think they'll have those 1,000 together? Do they already have that, or is there something they're building in the next months or weeks?
It's a creating process,
okay.
and they want to make that happen this year.
This year, okay.
Somewhere, I can give them the suggestion to do this on the 21st of September, for instance.
Mm-hmm. We could see how many voices we could get together with this community.
Yeah, the man doesn't get so fast as women.
In singing?
Yeah, they created it in like 6 weeks, where 1,000 women joined.
Wow.
From the Netherlands only. Wow. And then some from abroad. So it's also a local, it is to create a strong field also in Holland, in the middle of Holland.
Great. And that's a live singing?
It's a live singing, yes. We were really together, and the Japanese woman was for me also a surprise with the peace flame walking in and singing a Japanese peace song. It was so lovely, so moving.
Okay, well, let's keep that energy. I think it's really in the field, so let's keep exploring. That's great. Anja, would you like to add your voice? I know I see we have the other questions, but yeah. Anja, perhaps, yeah.
Good morning. Hello.
Anja,
good day. I just joined, and I'm not really aware of what you're talking about, but I'm working with the peace. I'm working with the peace flame, and I had a vision, and I'm just joining you in that conversation, and really deeply know that I'm in the field. So whatever is coming up, I'm on stage, and yeah, I really like what I listened to, and yeah. Maybe it's time to share my vision, but I'm a little bit on the hands of Suzanne, which took the opportunity to link me to the group, so we would meet today. And so yeah, I feel very welcome in the bigger field. So I'm sitting in Germany actually, and I'm connected to Greenland, and also in the women's work there, and also working for the peace and everything. So I had the vision of walking a certain distance with a peace flame. So that's my vision, shortly told.
Yeah. Great. We're going to make a nice round. We're each going to share our missions in a nice deep way. So just hold in and land in with us, and then you'll have a space by the end. Yeah, great. Okay. So I think Brian is first. Questions or comments?
Yeah. Yes, thank you. So my question is, in creating our mission or declaring our mission, we have the World Unity Week, and then we have the 99 days. And so I'm a little confused in terms of if I, in the Mighty Networks, I declare my mission, does that get added in to World Unity Week, or does it float around somewhere afterwards in the 99 days? The scheduling is challenging because I have a lot of things going on in June, and I have two missions that I mostly, when I look at what's most important for me to bring forward. So I'm really not clear on where to engage in these. Okay, I stop there.
Great, great. I can answer that right away, or should I take your question too, Sabine? Is it related, or do you think I'll answer Brian's first?
It's not related to Brian.
Okay, all right, I'll answer then. Yeah. So it's what we're seeing at Avon Madison had this vision, and but just before she passed, that there's this arc of 99 days between World Unity Week and Peace Week, and it connects them, and it connects us in action through that time, and it's an important energy. And so Ben really picked that up, and so we're saying we're in World Unity Week, we're going to open the missions. In the 99 days, we're going to do the missions, and then in Peace Week, we're going to reflect on what we achieved and created. In terms of, so that's the energetic community process of it, and radical collaboration is invited in. How do we make these missions even more bigger than you would have on your own? Like, there's my own personal goals, and those are fine to have as missions, but what if it's a bit of a stretch to say, wow, if you were to radically collaborate on this mission, what could that be? Who could that be with? And so then logistically on the Mighty Network, there's spaces. There's a space called 99 Days, and underneath it, this is like the right-hand column, it says World Unity Week, 99-day missions, and then Peace Week. So they each have a different little space in the Mighty Network. So right now we're focusing on World Unity Week. We will talk about the missions when we do the opening ceremony. Anyone who's declared a mission in the participation form will have a chance in the ceremony to name their mission in a ceremonial, putting it in the center for that commitment ceremony. Mm-hmm. And then not much, and then you can sort of, and then there's not, within World Unity Week, we haven't done the missions yet, so they're there, we'll talk about them in the open space and that sort of thing, but there's not like a room for it or something like that. It's just kind of like you have it in the background and you're co-creating to see how you can expand what your mission is and that sort of thing by the end of World Unity Week. And then I can show you on the Mighty Network if you want. And then when you click on 99 Days, then there's another list that says all those missions and any events, and you can add events related to your missions in between time. So that won't be a convergence, but if many people might be doing events, and we can all see it on one calendar there. I don't want to take too much time, but I think it's worth showing there.
Just to say, the events is a way of doing radical collaboration, right? To get people knowing what your mission is in case they might be interested. Is that, yeah?
Which event?
If you put an event to your mission, it's one way of, you were saying about radically collaborating with your mission. It's a one way of introducing it to others in case they might be interested to collaborate or to do it, no?
Yeah, you can at least you can have an article here so people know about it, and then you can have some kind of event around it, invite people to it as well. But an event would actually be an event like a Zoom room or something. So here's World Unity Week 2023, where we just were, and then just below it here, Missions 2023 is kind of a different space, I think they're called. And so this is the overview. This is any of the new posts. There's not much because we're not really there yet. And then here's the list of missions. So 3 of the missions which have been entered have been placed onto here. So they're pretty busy with World Unity Week. I think there's been more, like I put a mission in, it's not here yet. That's okay, just give them some time though. It'll get there. We'll get there by the opening ceremony. And then there's an event. So I can create an event because I'm admin, and so we'll have to make sure that everyone can create events here. That's one of my goals, is make sure people can create their own events in this space. If you're a mission holder, I'm pretty sure you should have that privilege. And then I can put my ceremonies for inner peace. We can put them here, so that's just another place. And then the Mighty Network will ping people when your event is coming up. Oh, join us on the new moon. It's coming up, this ceremony with so and so on this topic, and then people can decide if they want to come. And then so that space will be like there'll be still monthly calls and still these weekly calls in the 99 days. So if you want to keep talking and developing and sharing information about our missions, there'll be that space in the community, and then as well as this network for the offline communication. Is that clear, Brian?
Thank you. It does bring some clarity, but let me just give an example. If my mission is to accelerate the holo movement,
yeah.
So, and if I write that up, that initially would go in as a presentation. I wouldn't create a room around that. I would just be and then a Trello card would be created, and then I would be linked to where that would be put in during World Unity Week. Is that correct?
No, a mission's not an event. So only if you say I'd like to present, then the card is given is an event and gets into a convergence room and on their Trello boards and becomes an event. They might, I don't know exactly what happens in the background for the missions. I think they have a Trello board with a card just for each mission, just to help them see them all and be organized with them. But it's just sitting there saying it exists. It's just, you've declared it. It's just a placeholder for it.
So I would do two. I want to be a presenter, and then here is my mission. I enter those separately.
That's right.
Is that
Yeah,
correct?
2 different times of going into the same permission form, but 2 different ways that you're filling it out.
Thank
Okay, good. We got there. It's good for everyone to know. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Brian, because I had the same puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And intention of the mission, the intention will also stimulate all of us going around to the air, to the field.
That's right. Yeah.
So now I feel much clearer about all of this. Thank you very much, Kara. And happy to see you, but I have to move out again. So it was just a short butterfly visit.
Bye, Emily. Talk to you again.
Yes.
Take
And
care.
I will sing for sure in that week.
Yes, please come to Jerusalem and the Red Sea. I invite you on WhatsApp.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, Sabine, did we lose you here? You still have a question, Sabine?
Well, I was very resonating with Amelie, but she just left the room, so I don't know. I really like that idea of getting 1,000 people singing. I live in Cologne, and I think I could try to organize it here. And I also would like the idea to do it all over the world, that we find other places on the world where we gather and we maybe do it at the same time. And also related to Brian again with the cities of peace, if there could be some sort of weaving in that too, maybe ask all the cities of peace already if they want to do that. Like and I also would still want to ask Brian if you think you would have time to talk with me about that. And maybe if there's a room for that on World Unity Week to organize that, because it's still burning in me and I just don't know how to do it. So maybe we can weave that together.
Well, let's talk privately.
Yes. All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'd love to host that in the Eco Cities room as well. That peace idea.
Okay.
The Cities for Peace. You mean?
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Suzanne?
I received the same idea when Amelie was showing it, that it was touring around. And before that, I had also, as I mentioned last week, we love to create a song and we tour around the world. As I mentioned it last week, so I'm very excited to have that tour. And that will be the 99 mission I want to advance or state. So maybe we can collaborate on that, or you do another tour. So we tour two times. I don't know about you. So I'm open for collaboration, or we have 2 tours, or singing tours. Where can I put that? Can I find out more about Brian's work? I'm new here. I don't know what she's doing, and I don't know about the Holo movement.
Okay, write me through WhatsApp. We can talk.
Okay, thanks.
Just to quickly interject there, if anyone wants to put what they do or whatever in the chat, that's fine. I'm thinking I can send out the chat in the WhatsApp group as well. It might be helpful, then everyone can just see.
Good. It's also less personal, but you can fill in, like in your participant area on the Mighty Networks, you can put in a bit more about yourself, and then people can know more that way as well. But it's nice to do it in person when you're in person, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Can somebody, Kara, can you tell me a little bit about the Holo movement, like the definition in 30 seconds?
Maybe when we come around, if we get to it, I think, because we're running out of time, I want to make sure more people can talk about their visions.
Sure.
So.
Okay, good. Okay.
All right, Hasina, I pass it to you to do the vision circle. I think we have 10 more minutes. Maybe we go a little longer today.
Okay. Well, we can extend that for 5 extra minutes. Then I'm probably going to need to go. So let's give it like 30 seconds as succinctly as possible. I'll just quickly say mine is the youth. I'm co-founder of Leave No Girl Behind International. We have a new youth leadership program, networking and leadership for the youth all over the world. And that is my declaration to be up and running and get as much co-creation and collaboration as possible. Okay, who's going next? Suzanne, your hand is up, or was it?
Yeah, it was still up before from before.
Okay, well, why don't you share quickly?
Yeah, I will do. I'm still in the progress because my idea is expanding, or then the puzzle is coming together. And I wait. You know. Okay, I can say what I mentioned last week. I want to have. I'm going to Jerusalem to help these women, these 1,000 strong women from Palestine and Israel, to stop war in that zone. And we create a song. We will tour around the world, virtually and physically if we can. And I also have, that's in progress. Please keep it as a progress. There is a woman, or my idea to connect Jerusalem is because I have connection to Guatemalan women, and they have been in a massacre. They have been mass raped to distinct this Mayan world. Yeah, Kara. And they needed help, and I like to connect Jerusalem with Guatemala people so that it will be a wider range of women supporting women in South America, and then this will cross to other women in different kind of different countries in South Middle America and other in global things. That's how I am at the moment.
So,
yes.
Okay.
And for sure that the healing work with the Mayan keepers or other healing works will come together. I mean, this is a little bit goes hand in hand, but I don't want to have, just want to put this arrow, like put arrow there and the arrow there, and then shoot, go from there.
Okay, who's next?
Well, I submitted a mission. It was a mission actually given to me by the Stone and Rock Elders in Greece and Turkey. So I thought maybe this is a good way to maybe expand it a bit. And it was really to love all life free by welcoming all life forms through our heart portal, through our sacred heart portal, to welcome them home back into our oneness. And so there's a way that I developed to do that. I suppose it can, people can do as they like, but the main thing is that it brings you into communion with the nature world, because they're really the elders who are facilitating it and can help us to do that. So it gives us quiet time and possibility to commune and start to learn from and work with and become and remember our oneness with them. But the extraordinary thing I found also from doing that that mission is that, in fact, of course, as we're all one, the real mission is on oneself, that you realize how to forgive and completely love yourself free. Because
you need to be
stuff comes up from your own being, from your own personality, your identity, your incarnation, and you realize, of course, that that's all part of the process, because only once you can love yourself completely free can you really help to love everything else free. So it's kind of it's perpetuating, and I'll do an event around that.
I can go next. Well, my purpose in life is, I suppose, and it's very living. So for the moment, it's making the invisible visible, for the wholeness of all life, coming from pure love. And I'm doing that in this year, 2023, for inner and outer peace of the young, through 4 processes that make radical shifts accessible, from mental health to mental wealth. And one of the processes is, I wrote it down, so this is why is healing and ceremony. That's the second one. And I want to bring something around that during the 99 days.
Brian, I'm wondering if you don't want to go next, because I know you've got to go.
Wow, thank you. So in the chat, I did put my email address and the different aspects of my involvement. Lisa and I were co-founders of Ojai International City of Peace in 2014. And last year, we moved to Krakow to work with the One Humanity Institute. The symbol behind me is my Holos amulet, which symbolizes our one humanity and enhances love, peace, and unity. And so I'm an artist for peace, and this is all about that for me. So I will probably also create an event around all those who are making art for peace in all forms, and just, have it be an open forum. Enough? Thank you.
And I connected to an artist yesterday in the World Unity call, and I wanted to do something with her. So maybe we could do that something. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's next?
I'm still feeling into where I can fit and where I can serve best. I love the peace, City of Peace idea. I love the choir idea. I work on your weave, beautiful weave song, Kara. I'm trying to find out if I can support there. And I'm open if anyone needs my service, let me know.
And your services, you can be playing the piano and singing and supporting with sound healing of any event that any of us are putting on, or ceremony, right?
Yes, well, I'm not really a piano player, but I could serve, yes. If I know it early enough and I can rehearse.
I'm still a little bit uncertain in terms of my personal mission at the moment, but my skill sets include writing and narrative therapies, healing and counseling work, spiritually, I'm good with meditation and those kinds of ceremonies. But like I say, I don't quite know what my personal mission is at the moment. It's very much in a state of flux, but I'm happy to offer whatever support I can to others who have declared missions. Well, that's my mission, support others who have declared missions.
Good, appreciating that so much. Thank you, Cami.
I'm also not sure, and I'm probably I will just watch how it all unfolds in this year and probably join next year. My somehow mission in my life is I'm a yoga teacher and breathwork practitioner, Reiki practitioner also. And somehow I could imagine that I would like to involve conscious movement and breathing, heartful breathing in some way. So I don't even know if there would be a category in this week for movement and breathing, but yeah, I'm just watching at the moment because I'm new and I have to digest everything.
Summer Joy is all about dancing and movement, and she has a room that's under the willow tree or something like that. So look out for her on the Mighty Network. Summer Joy Raymer, it's John's wife.
Okay, thank you. I also have to go on time. I'm sorry.
Lisa, do you want to share something before you go? Oh, she's already gone. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else who wants to share, feel free. Yeah. Yes, Suzanne.
May I just ask, Anya, where are you? I didn't hear where you were from. Did you say Greenland? Anya?
Yeah, hello, thank you. I'm just listening. So I'm sitting in Germany right now, in the middle of Germany, and I am connected since a few years now to a Greenlandic shaman called Angangak. So I'm working with his mission, and I'm deeply touched what I heard, just to walk in one's mission, to really dedicate one's life. So I'm doing what I'm doing from Germany and online, and walking with him and traveling with him through the world for his mission. So he's working for climate change, for peace. And I'm very engaged in this peace work, however that could be in events and also my personal life. And I really would see you all in Greenland, on a land which has never known war. So whatever you think in your personal life, or whoever you think that would need a retreat or a refreshment and walk on land which has never known war, so which really is peaceful, it's very good to be there. So I'm heading to be there, and I'm just thinking on, yes, my personal mission, what I'm doing. So I'm working for peace, and I'm doing it to create that, and I will be in Greenland. So whoever feels to need a retreat and to be amongst people that really know what peace is, come there. But also they, and I'm really touched what Sabine said, they were raped, but they are still inheriting that thing of peace, and that I'm working for, and I'm creating things, and I'm just looking where I fit in with all my support and all those activities to create an open-hearted space, and with sound healing, with everything. So thank you.
And I just want to encourage you to fill in your mission in that form in the Mighty Network. So I just put that link in the chat to join the Mighty Network if you haven't already. And then that way, because we'd love for your mission to be highlighted on that opening ceremony, because I think it's really special and I want everyone to hear about it.
If you want to save the chat, you can save the chat as well. I think the settings are there. Just go down to more and you'll be able to do that.
All right, Suzanne.
Cara, I know you're brilliant with Zoom. Do you want to please talk me through how to save the chat? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
As I was asking, the save chat option came up on something I was just hovering over, so don't worry.
Suzanne.
Yes. Now I'm taking the thread from last year. I was working for several months for a Mayan timekeeper in Guatemala. He's from Quetzaltenango, and he is involved in several kind of projects, as you can imagine. They need a lot of change there, and I have to find the connections there. But I want to weave in that mission they have there to protect the sacred sites in Guatemala. There are over 5,100 sacred sites. They're being threatened to be privatized. Privatized. How do you say that in English?
Privatized.
Privatized. And they, some of the timekeepers, Mayan timekeepers, get burned alive from other religion leaders. And this is deep in my heart since last year, but this is just I just want to pick it up and tell you, women, what I was working there, and I need to find a way to put this mission also with the woman mission in Jerusalem, because they can support each other. You know, it's so, but please give me some time to find out in which way and who is coming and what, because they're very engaged in their fight already. Or I start, or I just need a permission that I can do that, and then I can come back and put it in the mission here.
Yeah, like you don't need permission and you have permission.
No, I need permission from these people there.
Oh, those people there. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, World Unity Week works in a real co-creative flow, and the timing is very crazy. Like last year, we built the whole thing in 6 weeks or something crazy like that in the first year. So it can all get created at the very end is part of the pattern a little bit sometimes too. So whatever we can, so the timing is open. Yeah.
Happy to hear. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for what you're doing. And my heart is just jumping. Really, this is great. This is so great.
There's so much collaboration that I see here. Cara, your healing rising when you said that you think it should have a separate room, and I'm looking at everyone in this group who's into healing, and I'm thinking, yes, it so needs that. And I thought of, our room as well, the one that Tom and I are doing, Humanity as Organism Thrives, and it also, invites people to sort of come together. But I'm looking forward to see all the collaborations between all of us, among all of us. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Great
Carrie,
to get that
you
feedback.
want to say
Thanks.
anything?
No, you can close us out. We're over time. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I think we'll just. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for existing. Bye.
So beautiful. Stay on if you need to coordinate anything with me.
Okay.
Okay. Kara, I will make
I'll
you
stay on with you, Kara, if you've got a minute, please.
Thanks, Cecile.
Just give me a second. Make host.
I'm going to stay and chat with you for a minute, Kara. I'm just going to go make a cup of tea quickly first.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah.
So Kara, last time when I left the meeting, you were still able to carry on, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's still recording it now. So would you like to stop recording now?
Oh yes.
Yeah, stop the recording.